What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. I've got some more information about that shocking altercation that went down between Leah Messer and Jeremy Calvert from Teen Mom 2. As you guys might be aware by now, Leah actually ultimately wound up filing a domestic violence protective order against Jeremy after the confrontation, which I do think was 1,000% the right move. After all, he showed up at her place of work with his new girlfriend and with a bunch of random, probably unemployed men who had nothing else to do on a regular afternoon like that, right? By the way, this incident went down in November. So the U.S. Sun has managed to get some more information about what actually happened. We still don't know the motivation, though. So just an FYI, that is something that has been driving us all a little bit crazy, wondering what could cause Jeremy to roll up on Leah like this. It's one thing if he were to pop up on her on his own, it would still be wrong. But to pop up on her at her place of work with his new girlfriend and a bunch of random raggedy ass men, that has to have been over something rather extreme. Not that it's merited what he did, but his motivation must have been rather extreme. So I am kind of disappointed that we still don't know why this ultimately wound up happening. Again, shout out to Teen Mom fans on Instagram for breaking this story. Now let's get into what went down here now, okay? According to the police report obtained by the U.S. Sun, Leah did ultimately wind up calling the cops on Jeremy and his entire crew, which good for her. Go ahead, hit that 911, girl. And the police showed up and they took a report. And they're saying, first of all, they refer to the woman that Jeremy showed up with as his new wife, which did they secretly get married? I'm not sure. And there was something also rather bizarre outside of that in the report. It's that Leah didn't know the woman's name, but it's mentioned that her daughter, Addie, refers to this woman as Brooke. Now, in this photo that I've put up on the screen is Brooke Ware, the girl that Jeremy had been dating for years after divorcing from Leah Messer. So I'm like, wait a minute, why is Addie calling this girl Brooke, but Leah doesn't know the name? But there is an ex of Jeremy's named Brooke that Leah would obviously know because Jeremy was with her for a very long time. They were engaged and everything. They launched a t-shirt line together and everything. Addie, Leah's daughter, used to hang out with them all the time. So obviously Leah knew this woman on some level, right? So that's something that really stuck out to me. Is there anything that you guys could guess might be a reason for that? Like, is Addie still attached to Jeremy's ex Brooke? Is this new girl brunette like Brooke? Does she pluck her eyebrows like Brooke? Why is Addie calling this girl Brooke, but Leah doesn't know her name? Anyway, that's for another day. So the police officer called the altercation a simple assault. And they're saying that Jeremy's alleged wife threatened to clock Leah, which is street speak for this punch. Can you imagine being the new girlfriend of someone's ex-husband / baby daddy, and you roll up on this woman minding her own business, probably putting some mashed potatoes on the table for some people, like that man who has no teeth, who drinks the coffee and does his crosswords that I mentioned last video. She's just minding her own business, earning her money, and you come threatening to clock this woman. For what? For what? What could Leah have possibly done for this girl to be following Jeremy to the restaurant and a bunch of random men there as well, threatening to clock Leah? This whole thing just keeps getting weirder by the update. I can't imagine myself doing that. You know what I mean? I can't imagine ever threatening to, like, actually threatening to hit anybody. You know what I mean? I paid too much for this. Yeah, I'm not hitting nothing, y'all. I am not hitting nothing. So why would this woman be doing that? Like, it's weird. What happened? Was there another cheating scandal? Did Jeremy and Leah hook up with each other behind this woman's back? Is that why the woman wants to hit Leah? But instead of hitting Leah, why not just leave Jeremy if that's the case, right? And if that's the case, why would there be a bunch of random men there? What do those men need to do if the two women are going to duke it out? And one of you guys were right. I saw one of you leave a comment on my video about this from yesterday, where you said the woman was probably brought there to get physical with Leah. You were right. It's coming out in that police report now. But again, what would the men be there for? Is it over like a custody dispute about like Addie? In which case, why would Jeremy need all of these people to back him up? Why wouldn't he just take it to court? Jeremy has a lot of money. he might even have more money than Leah now, right? So why not just take it to court and deal with it there? I can't think of a single good reason for Jeremy to do something like this to Leah. I really cannot. Okay. And not only that, but according to the police report, Leah's manager at work told the cops that Jeremy and his fist-fighting girlfriend, or potentially wife, seemed intoxicated, either drunk or high, but intoxicated at the restaurant when they pulled up, harassing Leah. Well, if that's the case, who drove? Was it a minivan? And one of the random jobless men drove the van? And then Jeremy and his drunk girlie, the two of them, stumbled out of there ready to threaten Leah? Why would he? If it was such a serious thing that Leah did, that Jeremy needed to do this to her, confront her like this, why would he show up drunk? And if this is over their child, is it a good look for you to be rolling up to your baby mama's or your ex-wife's place of work drunk to confront her about something, pertaining to the child, and for your new woman to be threatening to clock her? I don't understand, you guys. I really, truly do not. It's just weird. So, in addition to referring to the altercation as an assault, the police officer also revealed that Jeremy and Brooke had harassed Leah there. And this is a quote, okay, according to the U.S. Sun. The police narrative continued. Ms. Messer was visibly upset regarding the incident and stated that she was in fear of how aggressive the suspect was being. And not only that, but Jeremy and his new wife, quote unquote, left the scene prior to the cops arriving. So they did all of that just to run away when the cops were rolling up. Like, what a bunch of punks. Really, truly. And we also are aware that after this incident, Leah marched her behind straight on over to the magistrate's court to file a domestic violence protection order, which is wonderful for her. Unfortunately, no criminal charges were filed due to lack of suspect information, which is interesting to me because, well, we've got all the information we need on the suspect. It is none other than Leah's ex-husband. So all the information they could need on him, Leah can provide, including his blood type, I'm pretty sure. So why is it that they're saying that there's a lack of suspect information? That I don't understand. Legal cuties, please leave some information on what that might mean in regard to this. I'm also curious to see if the cops were later sent to Jeremy's home or something like that, or maybe because Jeremy moved to a different state, they're not able to cross state lines to go and interrogate him where he's at. I'm not sure. I've got more questions than answers on that, okay? Now, according to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, Jeremy and Leah have a court date this week, and it's already Wednesday, so this could be any minute now, in regards to this protective order that Leah has filed against Jeremy. I think more information about the confrontation / altercation / simple assault is going to come out after this court date between Leah and Jeremy. I am wishing Leah the best of luck. What happened to her is very shocking, appalling, and disturbing. I hope she is granted the protective order, and I would like to see more consequences rain down on, bargain basement Lance Bass. But listen, after watching the way that Ryan continuously manages to evade justice every time he does things like this, right? Destroy his family's home, drive under the influence, drive over twice this legal limit, and he just keeps on getting freed and freed and freed. I am not holding my breath because guess what? Jeremy and Ryan share one thing in common, a very interesting thing in common, which is that they're both hot, okay? And so he might get off rather easily as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, guys, what do you make about all of this? The more I hear about it, the more bizarre. How is this woman allegedly Jeremy's new wife, but Leah doesn't know her? And why is Leah's daughter calling her Brooke? Meanwhile, Jeremy's ex is called Brooke. And Leah's claiming not to know this woman, but we all know Brooke. Even I know Brooke. What is this? Why was Jeremy and this woman drunk or high during the altercation? Who drove them? Who drove them? There were so many people there. They had to come in multiple cars. Who drove them? And still, why are we still not aware of what it is that he came in there hooting and hollering about? Oh, so many questions that need answers. Hopefully, they will be revealed at the hearing taking place this week. Stand by, you guys. And as usual, if you want more extra videos, make sure to hit my channel membership by clicking the join button down below. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about this case. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.